Welcome to Decadocs, the graduation ceremony of the 16th batch of MBBS, Academy of Medical Sciences, Pariyaram.
What started out as a school kid's dream several years ago finally reaches its conclusion today. 6 years of learning and labor has borne fruit. And today, we gather here to celebrate and solemnize their success and to reiterate the woes of this profession. 6 years ago, 100 of us met as strangers under this canopy. We couldn't have known then how these people brought together by some unknown fate would then go on to be bound together irreversibly. This day is also a tribute to this bond forged through the years of shared joys, sorrows, victories, and losses. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the proud graduates of the class of 2010 MBBS ACME.
We now introduce the respected dignitaries of the day onto the dais. I invite Dr. Pramod VK, Professor, Department of General Medicine and Internship Coordinator onto the stage. Sir, please.
Next, I invite Dr. M.K. Balachandran, Medical Superintendent of KCHC and Professor, Department of General Surgery to the stage. Sir, please.
I now welcome Dr. Gopalakrishna Pillai, Professor and Head, Department of Forensic Medicine, onto the dais. Sir, please.
Next, I invite Dr. Sudhakaran K., Principal, ACME Pariyaram, onto the stage.
I now invite Shri M.B. Jayarajan, Chairman of KCST, into the occasion. He is expected to arrive shortly.
Let us now welcome the Honorable Chief Guest of the day, Dr. S. Sudhindran, onto the dais. Please, sir.
Let us begin by invoking the blessings of the Almighty. I request everyone to please stand up for the prayer.
ദൈവമേ നിൻ പാദപൂജ ചെയ്തിടുവാനെനിക്കുള്ളിൽ എന്നുമെന്നും മടിയാതെ തോന്നണമേ. സത്യമാണ് ദൈവമെന്നും ശാന്തിയാണ് ദൈവമെന്നും സ്നേഹമാണ് ദൈവമെന്നും തോന്നണമേ. അച്ഛനെന്നും അമ്മയെന്നും ഗുരുവെന്നുമുള്ളവരെ സ്നേഹമോടെ കണ്ടിടുവാൻ തോന്നണമേ. ദൈവമേ നിൻ പാദപൂജ കണ്ടിടുവാനെനിക്കുള്ളിൽ എന്നുമെന്നും മടിയാതെ തോന്നണമേ, എന്നുമെന്നും മടിയാതെ തോന്നണമേ.
Thank you. Please be seated. I request Dr. Pramod Vike, Professor, Department of General Medicine and Internship Coordinator, to welcome the gathering. Sir, please.
Respected Chief Guest of the function, Professor Sudhindran Sir, Principal Dr. Sudhakaran Sir, our Chairman, Sri Jayaraj, and Professor and Medical Superintendent, Balendran Sir, and Professor Gopalash Sir, and all dignitaries of the stage, the parents and friends of the young graduates, my dear students. I welcome all of you this Decadocs, the graduation ceremony of the 2010 batch MBBS of Academy of Medical Science, Pariyagam. At the outset, I congratulated the young graduates, the Decadocs, and the proud parents for their achievement. And I also wish all the very best and the success to their future life. And I think being a good human being is the main thing to become or achieve everything in this noble profession. Here, in this afternoon, we have, as our chief guest, Professor Sudhindran from Amrita Medical Institutes. Sir, a very warm welcome to this grand function. Next, I welcome our beloved principal, Professor Sudhakaran Sir, to this function. Sir, please. I also welcome our chairman, Sri Jayarajan, expected to be here soon into this function. And I also a warm welcome to our medical superintendent, Sir Balendran Sir, to this function. Sir, please. Next, I welcome our beloved Professor Gopalakrishnan Sir to this function. And next, the proud parents and friends of the young graduates. Again, a very warm welcome to this function. And I also welcome you once again, all of you, to this grand function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Sudhakaran K, Principal of ACME, Periyaram, to deliver the presidential address. Sir, please.
Chief guest of this function, Dr. S. Sudhindran, Medical Superintendent, Dr. M.K. Balachandran, Dr. Gopalkrishna Pillai, Professor of HOD, Forensic Medicine, Dr. Pramod, Coordinator of this group of house surgeons, stars of this day, this young, beautiful, and future caretakers of our society, 2010 batch, doctors of this prestigious college, their proud parents, faculty members, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. First of all, let me congratulate you all and greetings from me to your parents and your teachers. 2010 batch interns is a special group to me because I was their final year coordinator. After that, when they became interns, I was appointed as the principal. So that relationship I could maintain for a long period. I consider this batch of doctors as very intelligent, smart, energetic individuals with a smile on their face almost always. That is what people expect from doctors. You don't require very high intelligence to be a good doctor. As Dr. Pramod has already mentioned, good human beings means good doctors. Added to all these qualities, a little bit more of common sense, which people say it is very uncommon nowadays, common sense. Sincerity and passion for your chosen profession. You are in the profession, whether you like it or not. Now you have to love this profession with sincerity and passion. And you should develop certain communication skills with the patients and also the relatives. And all of this combined together will make you good human beings and also good doctors. And knowledge, intelligence, everything come after common sense and wisdom to be a good doctor. Our society nowadays, even now, considers doctors in high esteem in spite of all these protests and manhandling against doctors and hospitals. Still, our society considers doctors in high esteem. The problem nowadays started is because of the media hype of small trivial things they highlight as major problems, and they create some division between doctors and the society. Most of the time, we doctors are very poor communicators, so that we are not able to convince the community our point of view. Most of the time, we are not negligent or nothing is of our fault, but still, any death in the hospital, they consider due to negligence of doctors. All these can be overcome by if you develop a good communication skill, good relationship with the doctors, patients and the relatives, and find some time to brief about the disease and their problems with the relatives and patients. At this happy occasion, let me congratulate and appreciate the efforts taken by your proud parents sitting there and who have given you the financial and moral support and security during the whole course. I congratulate the teachers of this institution for transforming you from the anxious, apprehensive +2 students to the present vibrant, enthusiastic, and cute, handsome, and beautiful doctors. After you leave this institution campus, kindly maintain the contact with your friends, teachers, and other staff. Certain areas where our doctors lag behind are social interactions and our ability to react to social problems where we doctors should start first reacting. But when we sit inert, the other people like Vadakunjeri and all those people will hijack these problems, creating more trouble for doctors and also for the society. After that, I want to say something which you have to consider very sincerely. നിങ്ങൾ ഏതായാലും ഈ ക്യാമ്പസിൽ 6 വർഷം നിങ്ങളുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൻ്റെ നല്ല ഭാഗം ചെലവഴിച്ച് നല്ല ഓർമ്മകളുമായിട്ട് പോവുകയാണ്. ഈ ഒരു ഫംഗ്ഷന് വേണ്ടി നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ ഈ സ്റ്റേജും ഇതൊക്കെ സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് എല്ലാ ബാച്ചും ഞാൻ മനസ്സിലാക്കിയെടുത്തോളം ഏകദേശം 10 ലക്ഷത്തോളം രൂപ ചിലവാക്കുന്നുണ്ട് ഓരോ കൊല്ലവും. അപ്പോൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾ ഏകദേശം ഒരു തീരുമാനത്തിലെത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ ചില റെപ്രസെൻറ്റേറ്റീവ്സിനോട് അത് ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുമുണ്ട്. നമ്മൾക്കൊരു പെർമനൻ്റ് ഓഡിറ്റോറിയം, ഔട്ട്ഡോർ ഓഡിറ്റോറിയം ഇവിടെ തന്നെ കൺസ്ട്രക്ട് ചെയ്യാവുന്നതേ ഉള്ളൂ. നമുക്കിവിടെ നല്ലൊരു സ്റ്റേജ് ഓൾറെഡി ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഓഡിറ്റോറിയം പണിയാനുള്ള ഏകദേശം ഒരു രൂപരേഖയൊക്കെ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് കോപ്പറേറ്റീവ് സൊസൈറ്റിയും മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റും കൂടെ തയ്യാറാക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഒരു വലിയ ചിലവ് വരുമെങ്കിലും നമുക്കൊരു തുടക്കം എന്നുള്ള നിലയിൽ അല്ലേ, 1000 മൈൽ ജേർണി സ്റ്റാർട്ട്സ് വിത്ത് എ സിംഗിൾ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത് കൺഫ്യൂഷ്യസ്. അതുപോലെ നമുക്കൊരു സ്റ്റെപ്പ് എന്നുള്ള നിലയിൽ ഇവിടെ ലേഡീസ് ഹോസ്റ്റലിലുള്ള വാർഡനും സെക്രട്ടറിയൊക്കെ കൂടി ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഒരു 13 ലക്ഷത്തോളം രൂപ ഈ ഒരു പർപ്പസിന് തരാൻ വേണ്ടി തയ്യാറായിട്ടുണ്ട്. നമ്മൾ അത് വെച്ച് തുടങ്ങുകയാണ്. എനിക്ക് നിങ്ങളോടുള്ള ഒരു അഭ്യർത്ഥന, നിങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് പോകുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ രക്ഷിതാക്കളുടെ, ഞാനിത് രക്ഷിതാക്കൾ കൂടി അറിയാൻ വേണ്ടി പറയാണ്, എന്തെങ്കിലും നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു 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 സിഗ്നേച്ചർ ഇവിടെ നിങ്ങൾ വെച്ചിട്ട് പോകണം. അപ്പോൾ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ഇതിൻ്റെ കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ 2010 ബാച്ച് കുട്ടികളിലൂടെ നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങിക്കൂടാ? നിങ്ങൾ വളരെ കാര്യമായി കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യണം. എനിക്ക് നിങ്ങളോട് പറയാനുള്ളത്, നിങ്ങളുടെ കോഷൻ ഡെപ്പോസിറ്റ് മിനിമം നിങ്ങൾ ഈ പർപ്പസിലേക്ക് തരണം. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ പാരൻസ് അത് അനുവദിക്കുമെന്ന് ഞാൻ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ പാരൻസിനോട് കൂടിയുള്ള ഒരു റിക്വസ്റ്റാണ് എൻ്റേത്. അപ്പോൾ അത് വെച്ച് ഒരു 20 ലക്ഷം രൂപ കൊണ്ട് നമുക്കിവിടെ ഈ മുൻഭാഗമെങ്കിലും ശരിയാക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നീട് ഓരോ വർഷവും ഇതേപോലെ ഒരു 5 വർഷം കൊണ്ട് നല്ല ഒന്നാന്തരം ഓഡിറ്റോറിയം നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റും. ഇത് വളരെ കാര്യമായി കുട്ടികളും പാരൻസും എടുക്കണമെന്നുള്ള ഒരു അഭ്യർത്ഥനയോടുകൂടി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഭാവിയിൽ എല്ലാ ആശംസകളും ആശംസിക്കുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Thank you, sir. With us today, we have our honorable chief guest for the day, Dr. S. Sudhindran, Chief Vascular and Transplant Surgeon and Clinical Professor at the Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences, Ernakulam. He did his MBBS and MS General Surgery from Government Medical College, Trivandrum. He was conferred the unique triple fellowship of Royal College of Surgeons from Glasgow, England, and Intercollegiate Specialty Board in Vascular and Transplant Surgery. He has vast experience in working in UK and in various institutes of our state. Presently, he is working at Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences as the Chief Vascular and Transplant Surgeon and Clinical Professor in Transplantation and Gastrointestinal Surgery. A transplant surgeon par excellence. With the highest success rate in our country, he has more than 60 publications and 13 research papers to his name. We are proud to have him with us on this special day.
We now move on to the inaugural ceremony. May I call upon our honorable chief guest and other dignitaries on the dais to please come forward and light the traditional lamp and inaugurate the ceremony.
Thank you, sirs. I now request our esteemed chief guest to deliver the inaugural address.
Thank you, Principal Professor Sudhakaran sir, Balandran sir, Gopalakrishnan sir, and Dr. Pramod sir, proud parents, all the medical students, and the beautiful, vibrant, and stunning class of 2016. Thank you very much. I think I've been overwhelmed and pampered since the time I landed here. It's a truly stunning experience for me. Thank you very much indeed. So since I think Anna's rang me about 3 months back and bestowed me with this mammoth honor, I've been constantly contemplating what I should be imparting to you
for an inspirational convocation speech. Because I have to utter things that's going to be embedded in your brain and your heart. Very difficult problem. Any solution? Well, of course, the Google God is there. So I Googled best convocation speeches that is there. Almost everybody that you know has had some sort of convocation speech or graduation speech or some sort of address. Steve Jobs, Ratan Tata, J.K. Rowling, Bill Clinton, you name it, you have it. I did read some of them, extremely inspiring. But then I realized 95% of what I read didn't stay embedded in my brain or in my heart. And then I realized I'm going to be a big disappointment here today. I couldn't think of anything to say, least of all, inspirational. Then I thought, maybe I could tell you things that I think I am good at. So boys and girls, last 3 months, every time I do something, I will analyze whether it is indeed a thing that somebody else. For instance, this beautiful class of 2010 of Pariyaram Medical College would like to emulate. In fact, it felt like everybody was watching me whatever I do, as you are watching me now. It's true, every single day for the last 3 months. And I discovered a pivotal truth rather late in my life. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody is watching. Because even when nobody is watching, if you feel that somebody is watching you, you will do the right thing. So every time I had an impulse to do something naughty, so I had to pause and think, no, 2010 Pariyaram Medical College is watching me. Stop, Sudhi, don't do it. So boys and girls of 2010, it fills my heart with gratitude unfathomable to rise in response to what you've bequeathed me with. Thank you for making me a better person for the last 3 months. I do owe you. Thank you very much. So I did jot down a few things. Nothing great, hardly inspirational, but perhaps useful tips that I think which may help you, because these are things which I picked up during my job and my career. And maybe it won't make you get the Nobel Prize, but maybe I hope it'll make you happier and contented perhaps. Number one, it's already been mentioned many times, realize that you are in a gifted profession. In 2016, unfortunately, doctor-patient relationship is just like any other trader-consumer relationship. Patient pays you, you give them your service. Any other trader-consumer relationship. But there is a great difference. Patients, when they come to you, they are in a deeply stressed situation, often life-threatening for them or their loved ones. Many times, it may even be the most distressing event that they've faced so far in their lives. At that particular moment, the trade-consumer relationship doesn't exist. They are looking towards you as a friend, as a savior. So treat them like your friend, your best friend who is asking you for help. They will be indebted to you for your life. Even if you don't cure them, just be nice to them. Help them and be kind to them. And vice versa. One word which is unkind, maybe a wild expression on your face, may not be intended to the patient. Maybe you're at a fight with your girlfriend or a boyfriend and you're in a bad temper, but that thing is enough to bruise your patient for life and they will not forget you. Remember that 90% of lawsuits against doctors are not because of bad treatment or failed treatment. It is because of bad communication. Bad communication means either, as I said, undesirable words or often no words. Just, okay, go, sit. No communication. That is the biggest problem. So treat them like your friends. So my first advice, again I said you must have heard it 1,000 times, but it is amazing how often we forget it, inclusive of me. In the equation of your job, patient is most important. They are your best friends. If you treat them well, all things nice will follow naturally. You will get their trust. You will get their respect. You will get success. You will get money. If you go the other way around, look for money, success, trust, respect, no. It will break in between. It's not going to be, it won't withstand the pressure. Always the other way around. So to make your patients as your friends, I think there are two things that you must never forget. Of course, you must chat with them. But it's important to keep them at ease. As I said, they do come at an extremely distressed situation. So learn about them. What's your job? What do you do? What is your family? What is your children? What do they do? What's your hobby? Have you got a pet? Let them know that you're interested in them. Does anyone know the average time in a clinic before a doctor interrupts a patient's conversation? Anybody has any clue? In a clinic, you're sitting with a patient. The patient gives his complaint. And you know what is the average time before a resident will interrupt them? Anybody? 18 seconds. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 18 seconds. And okay, what's that? So the more you interrupt them, the faster you interrupt them, the less they trust in you. So listen to them. So that's very, very important. Obviously, you can't listen forever, but still it is important that you pay attention to them. Secondly, this is something which many people say you shouldn't do. Put yourself in their position for a second. Just close your eyes. Imagine that you are the patient who's sitting across. The patient with a major chest pain, maybe a stroke, maybe an incurable cancer. Imagine that you are that patient. And then think, how would you feel? How would you want your doctor to behave towards you? This is called empathy. Putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, feeling for them. When I was doing my medical students, my professors told me, do not be empathetic, because that will not get your treatment correct. Be sympathetic. But if you feel that they are your relatives or they're yourself, then you'll change your treatment. I say the opposite. Be empathetic. You don't have to be sympathetic. Nobody wants sympathy these days. Everybody has them. So be empathetic. Now, you all worked very hard and passed a major milestone today. Nevertheless, realize that you're still a baby, long way to go, more to go. And there is no doubt that for the next few years, the vast majority of you are likely to work in a unit or with a team, or at least under somebody as a junior person. Frequently and repeatedly, you will see yourself in units or specialities that you do not like, that you hate. Maybe a bad subject that you don't like. Maybe a colleague who's got an ugly face. Maybe it's bad work. Now, it's easy to work and do things that you like and you enjoy. That is not the secret of success. Secret of success is doing things that you do not like, but you have to do for whatever reason. It may be because it's your senior's decision, maybe because it's the unit chief's decision, maybe it's the unit's decision. Perhaps may feel it is not appropriate. Do express your opinion boldly. Never hesitate. You can say boldly but politely. You don't say, Sir, you don't say that. You say, sir, do you think this is another option? This is another option. Will that be possible in this particular case? He may say, no, let's go this way. Let's do it this way. At that time, even though you don't like it, you should not be like, ugh, no, I don't like this. I'm going to quit this unit. I'm going to go away. No, don't do that. You have to do it. It's a decision that's been made. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. But at that particular time, you have to do it with your whole heart. You have to be part of the unit.